Crittendens.
That came from your personal collection.
Oh yeah.
So you've been collecting.
Oh yeah. I got a big old bourbon shelf, man. I like sipping. I like.
Where you not your full address, but where you been staying at? Like where you stay at?
Oh, I bought Joel's old house.
That's right.
Yeah,
the right first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Okay.
The one before he moved to this one.
Do you have a golf cart there?
Not yet. But really, man, I mean, if they would make the Edgewater area a little more golf cart accessible, I mean, for me to drive around the fucking
They're trying to work on it right now in front of your office.
Yeah. But for me to drive around the neighborhood, you know what I mean? It's not really a thing. You know, I see all the little kids, you know, driving their golf carts around, but man, if I could take that and go across the street, go over to El Saltillo's, grab some dinner, grab a drink.
Jock said, Jock's what's building that right there. That back addition, the garage.
Yeah.
That's Jock doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jock said he's trying to do golf carts from here all the way to your business.
Really?
Yeah. Jock's working on.
I didn't know he had his hand in that.
Jock owns that shopping center. Like Fleming, not Fleming. He owns like the Blue Dog Bistro.
Oh yeah. No, 'cause I was over there when I was renting a room over there out of Hardin's joint. Yeah, Jock was building all that at that time. He was clearing all that, and
yeah, I mean, I'd be cool to have a golf cart, but I mean, I'm keeping my golf cart in downtown OS.
Dude, OS is just perfect.
And my stepdad loves doing the whole the sunset.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll just go ride sunset.
Dude, diptail and do cruise the golf cart, man.
He likes that lemon vodka, lemonade vodka.
I had at it.
It's just a mixture. It's a small. Yeah. You put one big rock in there and
just cruise.
Yeah, or like a little scotch. All right, I'm tagging you right now. All right, we're about to do this, boys.
Let's do it.
I mean, I'm wearing a pink hat right now. I mean, your baby face is the one. All right, hit my little man. All right.
Me awful, home, auto, muscle, builders, lips, and life is rich. Oliver's good. Oliver Shots is rich.
I had a platinum.
I had a front platinum too. All right, guys, we got some returns. Call them returns here. Let's go ahead. We got music and health tonight. Tonight's about music and health and the grind. I have two amazing people here. That they've been on the show before. Sorry, Sam Newman, I still love you. We're gonna get you. I was supposed to do Sam and his mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
cool.
We're gonna do that. But let's go ahead and guess number one. Who are you? Just say what's your name and what you do as music wise.
Yeah. My name's Jared Daws. I play country music, and that's everything you need to know. Really.
Okay, cool. Now guess number two. Who do we have here?
Kendrick McCarty, nurse practitioner, owner of Forever Young Men and Women's Health Clinic.
So hear that, guys? We got, and this is not like a pyramid scheme kind of thing going on either. This is a real office. This is a real professional. I'm not knocking every one of like the Mary Kays in this world. Okay. With these life advantages and all that stuff.
Yeah. No.
What he really does is, I mean, you can go straight to his clinic. He's spent, both these boys have been 15 years in this pushing themselves, full of experience. So with Jared owns 100% of his masters. He's a songwriter, was a tattoo artist for 12 years. These are things we're going to be talking about. And it's also too, it's going to be talking about how'd you get to this point of just really devoting y'all's life's work. I mean, both of y'all are crazy and both of y'all are passionate.
Sure.
Yeah. You have to be.
They're the same thing.
So, Jared, I mean,
they're kind of the same
thing.
thing.
They really are. They're the same thing.
So Jared, let's go into, you at the time when you came on the first time, you quit your job and you just want to go straight music. How's it been? And did you feel like, I mean, do you miss your old job? I mean, you're an artist no matter what. Tattoo artist, music artist.
Cutting hair too.
How's it been in the band van with the smells?
The smell's been all right.
Take me down the road on how's it going with your tour.
Well, starting off with kind of what you said about the job, I'm free. I can do whatever I want. And, I still cut hair, and I cut hair because, I have my clients who I enjoy. And, but I'm thankful that if I were to quit everything, music would take care of me. And, I'm proud of that. That's something that I worked very hard to get to that point too. And, so, it's just now with us being in the van and traveling and all that, it's it's what I wanted. It'll get.
What's it smell like in that van?
It depends. Sometimes it's like I have a little thing in the vent, but it's an old van, so like I smell more of that. What's in the back though? Like our drummer told me one time that he has a pair of pants that he hasn't washed in like 7 years, and I'm not sure if they've ever been in the van, but if they have been, whatever's going on back there is out of my control.
Definitely fire him.
That's good.
How are you booking your gigs? I mean, can you tell me a little bit about? Are they reaching out to you now? I mean, because you do have your Instagram's pretty heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You're moving to TikTok and your YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting people reach out to your website, or are you cold calling?
I get a lot of emails and a lot of DMs about booking nowadays. So I haven't really reached out to anybody in a while. Thankfully, it's just been whatever it is whatever way they find me, I'm thankful that they are finding me. But they reach out mostly through like DMs and emails.
That's got to be a big switch. I mean, for people to actually be reaching out to you and you
it
not
is.
having to kind of be on the grind.
I mean, he's been playing at bars for free.
Yeah.
Like he was like, now he was just going for tip money.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The real full circle moments is like the places that I did like cold email and DM a year ago. They message me back and they're like, "Hey, we're interested in getting you in." And like, they saw the message, you can see when they see the message, and they just catch wind of it somehow. So, but I'm not mad at them. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that, finally, as long as whatever, however long it takes, I plan to still be at it. So maybe next year, some other big venue that I've aspired to play at will be like, "Hey, it's your time."
Are you on your new tour? What do you got? 20 dates? How many dates are you running right now?
So I'm about to do 4 solo dates, starting Thursday, between Alabama and Tennessee. Then I'll come home for a week, and then me and Katie are going to go out duo, and we have to play in Atlanta. And then the day after that show, I'm nominated for 7 awards in the International Singer-Songwriter Association Awards, in Atlanta. And so, we'll be there for that, and then we'll come home, and then we've got a ton of gigs on the book. Like, I don't even remember how many.
Or is this is this Microsoft Excel, or is this Notes and Apple?
This is
this is Yellow.
Google. This is Google. Google Docs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Google
So
Docs.
I still use a yellow tab, the legal paper.
Okay, yeah.
That's how long, because I'm so dyslexic and ADHD. I feel like I have to draw through. I mean, I might draw photos on it and shit, like like stick figures. It makes no sense to anybody.
That's what all my school notepads look like. Yeah.
Keeps me right on that level, and I always just, and it was like Sean Amiziel. Shout out to Dr. Amiziel, but he really got me onto it. Michael West, Direct Audio, this is one of my sponsors, but they both, one thing I've seen them functioning was the yellow legal paper. They have that on them all the time, and what they do is they'll write everything they need to get done or their ideas, and they just cross it. And it has helped me because I've seen such a heavier production by writing it down. Because when you put it in your notes, saying lie like, "Hey Siri, blah blah blah," or Chat GPT now, but fucking putting it down, and
it's like something about checking off or
I'm just trying to do 3
something.
things, like 3 things a day. Like and then that's kind of how that helps me, and everything else is a bonus.
Yeah, there was a producer that kind of inspired my way of working and thinking about things. He's a guy named Joey Sturgis, and he's real big in like the hardcore metal scene, and he's known as like one of the best engineers in that scene ever. And so he was talking about, this was before like podcasts, before what podcasting was. Like it's the same exact thing that we're doing now, but they didn't call it podcasting. They were just like setting up a camera, uploading on YouTube, and now it's a podcast. But back then he was talking about how people always assumed that there was some secret magical thing that he had that no one else had, that he was like put into his mixes to make them sound so good. And he effectively said something along the line of, so many people are A to B thinkers instead of A to Z thinkers. And that those little steps in between are the steps that all add up to one big product. You know, it's not like one big thing that he does. It's a million little things. And that's when I realized, because I used to get like, oh, you know, this is my goal, and it's such a big goal and so unobtainable right in the moment, but not, it's a million little things.
My bad.
Oh, you're good. But not completely unobtainable if you were to break it down into steps. And so it's like, it's taught me a lot of patience and the ability to see a big picture and break it down into smaller, like digestible steps. So for me, that's helped a ton in doing anything. You know, it's just like you said, I aspire to do just a few things a day, because before I'd get overwhelmed by one big thing. I'd put it off for weeks because I'm like, I can't do this, until I realized, hey, let me take on smaller goals and win smaller battles. You know, the small battles win the war.
I wish I can know the full quote in my head. It's just because I just, every time I stay on the phone, I start losing, like, you know, some train of thought.
Yeah.
And but Van Gogh's, in some way, I'm gonna butcher this, but everything's done in small series, like small steps. Always, like, it's just done, and that's kind of how that notepad helps me.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I think that was too, is like also that, and then really like this. I mean, it's not the best setup. I mean, but it's a setup. But it's a setup that I know and love.
Yeah.
And at the way I'm looking, like, I enjoy doing it solo. So for me, it takes me, you know, more time with me. Like tonight, I'll upload everything, but I know my Premiere Pro. I know that after this podcast, I'm having another hour and a half, 2 hours of just wanting better audio. You know, guys, I'm so sorry. I've been super lazy with uploads on podcasts and using the StreamYard audio, which, you know, you're going to hear this in a real high quality audio. And also after this podcast, I'll be uploading. I know a lot of people in the morning want to watch, you know, in 4K, just giving better options, but it takes time. So like, I would just get lazy, and then, and now, like, so you're saying the difference in the audio is like, you can hear the difference in like, of a flat audio from this versus a depth. It's like storytelling. Like he's talking about doing stuff, his buddy, and doing things in small series. Like when you hear him on the podcast, you will hear his voice very deep and very like I always say in audio you can tell a person's being sincere by that tone,
for sure.
Like I could tell if he's playing a song he don't want to play. I'll go up to him and be like, hey, don't play a song then. They're like, fuck.
I've had people tell me that, like, I played this festival, and at this point in time, I was maybe 3 months into me writing this first album that I released under me going solo. And so I didn't have enough time with original music to fill it out. So there was a bunch of covers. And like one of my friends came up to me and he was like, dude, like, he's like, you can sing, so the covers sound good. But he's like, when you started playing your original music, he was like, that's when I was like, that dude's, you know, that's the art right there. That's the artist. He's like, it's just so much difference because you're just enjoying that, playing your songs that you wrote. And I'm like, I know, I can feel it too.
I can feel it.
You know, but it's just part of it.
Could be like a superpower that we all have. I mean, I feel the same way, like being in a room with you. Like at first when I was like, this Kendrick's full of shit. I'm serious. And I was like, and then I met you. I'm like, nah, this motherfucker's like, he's in it. Yeah. Like he's trying to make people better. He's not trying to make Kendrick better. He's trying to make people around him better. And it comes at a cost. Yeah. Same thing with podcasts. Like, and I know, and you'll be helping me out and stuff, but you know, we all have our things. Like, I think for me, a podcast is, you know, and I love that you were saying that, but like it highlights, to me, it's highlighting the coast. And I don't want to go off. I mean, like I said, we talked a little earlier. I got hit up by a phone call in a certain situation and a political thing. I'm not going to say where it's at, what position, but I got hit up and a person wanted to do a law podcast, a law podcast, but they wanted to control the podcast. And I told them no. And it could have benefited my show massively. Could have put me in every state. But it's not worth it. Because then I would just hate myself.
Yeah.
Sell out.
I mean, it's like it's kind of like Morpheus. You know, you're gonna do red or green. You pick. So Kendrick, you know, you look at where are we at now in 2025 with all this Ozempic and every other fast, quick drug. I mean, what's your feelings on how this stuff's going? And there's a lot of people now, like my brothers, he's, in California, just he's getting heavier.
Yeah.
But his doctors are about to put him on Ozempic.
Yeah. Well, because it's easy. And that's the problem with most clinicians is they don't want to dive deep enough to try to.
You want to bring that one? Yep. Right. You can bend it. Yeah, that's good.
So the problem is you got these clinicians that don't want to take the extra step, or they don't even understand how dysmetabolic people function. So Ozempic, that class of medications is called a GLP. And what that is basically just kind of tricks the body into thinking that it's not hungry. It keeps the appetite cravings down. It changes a little bit of the dynamics of how insulin is metabolizing sugars. And it's a very effective medication. It's great. I'm not going to talk bad about it because it is a very good and effective medication, but that medication doesn't fix the problem. So I'm a root cause guy. The first thing I want to know is why. So when someone says, I'm just putting on weight and I said, well, in my mind, I'm thinking, why? Why can't you lose weight? You know what I mean? Are you eating terribly? Are you eating terribly?
100%.
Are you? Yeah. I mean, are you actually trying to lose weight? Do you?
Not at all.
I need an ice cream sandwich on the way.
There you go. I like my ice cream too, but I also put in the work to be able to let my body be able to have some of those splurges. So, but back to the thing is if you don't fix the underlying problem, that medication is kind of, I call it the canoe. Okay. It's kind of like sending a certain person out in a canoe with a hole in it. And that Ozempic is just a pail. All they're going to do is pail out water. But guess what? As soon as you take that medication away and you didn't fix any underlying problem, guess what? That person's going to likely just turn around and rebound and have that same weight gain again. So there's so many other things that can go wrong. So when I have a person come to me, I do a very extensive metabolic panel that's looking at all the different glands. So I'm trying to find the root cause. Now I like that medication. I'll use it, and I'll use it almost kind of like a crutch or a jump off. It's kind of like, okay, well, yeah, we can definitely use that. It'll help boost that initial kind of weight loss while I'm figuring out why you can't lose weight appropriately. Is there a thyroid problem? Is there a cortisol problem? Is there an insulin resistance problem? Or do you have low testosterone? And that's on both versions. That's man and women, so a lot of women, and I don't even know how far this is getting into, but testosterone for women, huge, vital. But all these hormones are metabolic hormones. So if you cannot properly burn a calorie, which is a unit of measurement, if you can't properly burn that calorie, you're not going to be able to lose weight. So there's a lot of things that go into that. So you come to me, oh, you can't lose weight? Here's Ozempic. It's a clinician kind of being lazy.
Yeah, and that's why I haven't went to you because I'm still at that
because I'm gonna make you. Yeah,
I'm not there yet.
So the thing is
I love an honest
person. It's a I call it the triangle, man. It's like exercise, diet, hormone balance. And if those three don't come together, you can't treat one without addressing the other two.
I think my biggest thing that I'm dealing with is waking up. I get really high before bed. I get really high before bed, and then I wake up. Somehow, some way,
you're smashing some cookies.
There's like pistachios, sour gummies, some cookies, and I don't know how they got there. But I wake up kind of like it's the next morning. I'm like, wait a minute, and then also I'm super addicted to boiled peanuts. Okay,
really?
Yeah, I'm very like a Cajun one.
Cajun,
right at the Pure Country. That's it. Like I actually have a big can down there. And I think when I'm ready, yeah, but like I'm not gonna waste your fucking time. You ain't gonna waste my time. And that's just like I said. That's just I'm not ready to go to you, and until I'm ready, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there, but I don't want to go there just to be like I know that it's me being lazy. I know that it's me having munchies. I know that Ready or Not just came out on Xbox. I know that for me, I create the best at late night, and I will say I've been starting myself doing walks around here. Like when you pull up, and I do it I can go 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah. Listen to some music. I love listening to music. I love smoking and then going a walk and then throwing a little Odessa on. Nice. Okay. Just get in there right now. Just get a little, I'll throw you in there too. Get a little Sam Donald in there too. Yeah. But then I just go and I just don't have to, and my phone is on silent.
Yeah. Good.
Because it's let me start my day.
Yeah.
And then I just get me a cold brew and it's like, hey, you're going to own this day.
Awesome.
So I do have that.
And
minus the buffness.
Yeah, but and that it don't even have anything to do with buffness. So people are like, oh man, I don't need to get, I'm not trying to be all big and jacked. I'm like, okay, well, you don't have to go and lift weights, bro. It's like, testosterone is not directly related to the gym. The thing is people, once they
You're
start,
like a perfect spectrum. They're like, you're like, I mean, that's what I'm just saying. Like people, and this, no matter what, they'll say, I'm not, I just want to wear a large shirt again.
Yeah.
Okay. These extra large shirts suck. All right, let's be honest. They suck.
And it's an image. So it's a good and a bad thing to me because one, I project an image. Okay. I do exactly what I'm going to tell you or recommend that you do. I practice what I preach. I'm not going to, talk down to you. I'm not going to give you a task that, like you said, is like an unobtainable.
Yeah.
But what I don't like is the first thing that people think of me is like, oh, testosterone did that. No, bro, I've been working out for 20 years of my life. I mean, that's what did that. If it was testosterone driven, every 19-year-old walk around jacked.
Right. I think people are like so short-term goal oriented.
Very short-term.
They see you, and I just looked over and realized that you are absolutely jacked. But the first thing people think is like, it's like, it's like the trend and all that kind of stuff. That's what they're thinking. Yeah. Like, oh, that's instead of.
And that's the bad thing about the young cats. I mean, and again, dude, I could talk for days about this, but to touch on these little areas, hormones are changing a lot earlier. I'm seeing a lot younger people coming in, women going through perimenopausal states a lot earlier. When you think after 40, I'm seeing 30s coming in. I'm seeing guys in their mid 20s having low testosterone.
I'm at like 100.
Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, that's terrible. So when you think about testosterone, not even thinking about the gym, testosterone is a metabolic hormone. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's responsible for helping you burn calories. It's your energy, it's your libido, your sex drive, your muscle retention, fat metabolization, sleep, mood, recovery, like all the things that basically make you a badass. You barely got any of it.
Yeah.
So it's crazy when I tell people that I'm like, I don't care if you I could give you massive amounts of anabolics, steroids, steroids are made up, it's a steroid. Insulin's a steroid. Estrogen's a steroid. Anabolics. If you sat there on that couch, smoked pot, drank whiskey, and didn't move, you're not going to get jacked, bro. The anabolics don't do it. You got to put in the work.
Oh, I know.
It's a building block.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not, especially when you being offered it. It's like, especially us doing something together. It's like, number one, if I do it, since I do podcasts and stuff like that, like I want to see real results.
Of course.
And I know it's not going to be you. It's going to be me.
Anybody that talks about it, whether it be here, and I do a lot of conferences. I mean, even outside of Forever Young, I have a telehealth business, which is where I spend a lot of my time now doing conferences and going out and projecting a lot of kind of the changes with hormone balance and how detrimental it is to quality of life and health. But the crazy thing is man, when I'm doing these travels, I realize this is a problem everywhere. This is like, you think we're on the coast, everyone's obese. We've always been a fat state. Dude, you go everywhere. Obesity is rampant. Hormone balance is crazy. I mean, so when I realized that it was not just a problem here, that's what made me want to do my telehealth business, to get that out. Because I got a pretty big footprint here. I worked at Memorial. I grew up here. I mean, I know everybody, like you.
Most people, though, when they actually put in the work, you have heavy results.
Oh, of course.
I've never had anybody say Kendrick sucks what he does. Like you walk in Kendrick's place, you walk out, you could do Captain American. Like you see it on a lot of these people. Like, he's super passionate. And I was just saying, like, and I appreciate you saying, being honest. It's like, I'm not gonna lie to you right now. Like, I don't want to I don't want to waste your time. Yeah. Like, I don't want to waste your time. But I want to build myself by doing a little cardio, getting the right mindset, cutting out the sugars. Yeah. Number one, no matter what you do, we need to cut the damn sugars out. And I can't stand, I just love sour candy.
Oh,
I fucking love it.
Me too.
And it's sour
gummy worms, put them in the freezer to where they get hard.
I've been there, done that.
Like 6 in my mouth, dude. Stick them in my cheek until they rot a hole in them, dude.
And then
I'm an ice cream guy.
I love ice cream.
I'm not big ice cream.
Really?
I am strictly like sour candy.
Oh wow.
I've been known early days of the podcast. I've been known to buy all the OG nostalgia blow pops, black cherry, ice, blue raspberry.
Bro, the Altoid sours, they just came back as the retro sours.
Yeah.
But they sell out every time because Cracker Barrel is the place to stock
I was just about to say Cracker Barrel. I was just there the other day.
I don't really go to Cracker Barrel super often, but my dad is one of those dudes who like doesn't eat anything other than American food. So sometimes for a gag, like when I'm with my friends, we'll go somewhere that serves like, I don't know, Greek or Lebanese food. And he was just like, I don't know what any of this is. What am I supposed to eat? Yeah. And he's like, I don't know about this. So I was on tour maybe like a month ago now at this point, and I was like, hey, there's a Cracker Barrel. Do you want to stop? Because I knew the answer was yes. And because
Then play that damn game.
and so the little and
it tells you you're a dipshit at the end. It's like, oh, bro, why do you still got 13 of them here?
But they had the Altoid sour, so I bought a couple of packs, and then I told my cousin that had them, and he was like, buy me 20 of them. And so I did. So I came out there.
Them all up.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why they're never there.
Yeah, dude. And no, literally, they were like, we have some more in the back we haven't stocked yet. And I was like, I need 10 of
Give me those, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's a good way to say right. It's a good way to say it right now is a new sponsor of the show is Noble. So you can get it at Rouse's. Over the counter THC seltzer.
This peach one is jamming.
Really good flavors. And my buddy Ian from over there at 701, he gave me some suggestions for people that kind of want to, break away from the heavy alcohol drinking. And that's kind of my goal too, is I'm trying to push a little further away from it. But tequila, my bourbons, but let's go into what he just sent me. So this is Ian with the best last name, Stone Street.
Nope.
That's tough.
Yeah, he's a classic bartender at 701 Craft or Craft 701. I don't know. You know what I mean?
You can Google it.
Yeah. So he says a watermelon noble, fresh basil, and lime juice. Okay, that's a good one. Then you got lime noble, fresh blackberries, rosemary, maybe a splash of ginger beer. Okay, peach noble, OJ cranberry. Let's call it very simple. Okay, pineapple noble, coconut water, and mint. All right, that is Ian Stone Street. Go check him out. Go check him out. He's by far one of my favorite bartenders. Is my favorite. But anyways, back to the show. But Noble is they're over the counter. They have products at the dispensary too. I felt for me was make you a little cocktail. Kendrick was saying it a little earlier though. It's like, make you one, get you a little cozy. He takes one out on the island, but if you're pounding alcohol, there's probably to me would be more of a substitute towards it, and you can still have a good cocktail. You still get that warm, cozy feel, but you feel better the next day. I mean, you really do. Yeah. I mean, you really do have that feel. So I'm coming after your mom.
I've never tried multiple. I don't know. I will like kick it off. You know what I mean? Like have a good little noble.
I did. So for me, I wanted to see. I did like 3 weeks. Me and John Carter, we did like 3 weeks of just to see, is it work? How's it work? Yeah. And I probably lost like 7, 8 pounds, and I did. Because when they approached us, we're actually going to have at the Pink Restaurant this year. We're going to have the pink lemonade. We're doing a pink lemonade that's going to be like our
color coordinated,
just for the run. It's a signature drink. But I actually did. I was like, I don't know if this is going to work, but it is very. And like I said, Ian just was giving you ingredients on how to make a little cocktail
refreshers.
And I talked to a liquor store right there off of Will Market, and she said that a lot of people now are beginning to start going to more of these THC seltzers versus drinking. Mm-hmm. So this is becoming a bigger option, and you can get them at a lot of places now.
Yeah, we just got a Rouse's not long ago in Picayune, so it might be there.
Just like I just I will say that if I drink 2 of them and I'm in a pissed off mood, like I'm just pissed off, I'll just chill out and watch some The Office or Parks and Recs or something.
I was literally about to say something like that. I was like, it's got to be like The Office or something like that. I knew you were going to say that.
It's true though. It's like hell. I mean, that's it. I found myself. A lot of my weight is my drinking. Cocktails here, bad choices on food at night. If I drink these, I don't really have that heavy munchy for me. Yeah. So I'm going to start pushing more towards Noble. Go back because I really do need to lose weight. Yeah. But like when I'm drinking, bro, at midnight burger, little gravy.
Start talking to you a little bit.
You don't do it. I mean,
I don't drink.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't drink.
Taco Bell's mine.
It's so expensive now. Have you?
I spent like $38 there the other day.
I gotta tell y'all a story. Because you brought up Taco Bell. So Up until this point in my life, I've been alcohol free, opioid free, weed free, just never did anything. And so I was filming a music video for the song that I played here with Sam. And so I went and filmed that music video, and part of it was filmed on my friend Helen's old ranch, where she, did raise horses and trained people for like barrel racing and things like that. And so we went out there, and I was on a horse. And actually, before I even got on this horse, when I went there, she was like, "Hey, you need to use this horse for the video." New horse. I didn't know the horse. And against my better judgment, she was like, "This horse is great. He's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. He literally looked like Spirit from the movie." And I was like, "Dang, he is pretty." And I was used to riding this one horse named Harley. I was like, "That's cool. I ride him. You said he's good. Cool. Whatever." So I stick my boot, stirrup, and I throw my leg over the other side. And as the saddle shifts a little bit, he flings me 8-10 feet in the air.
Oh,
Dude,
shit.
catapults me. I fly dude, it felt like I was in the air forever. I hit the ground. I land straight on my back and hip. At this point, I was like, okay, I'm alive. I start like wiggling my toes and stuff. Dude, the horse is going nuts. If I would have got my foot stuck in the stirrup, I probably would be dead, because, dude, I'm telling you, you couldn't see him how much dust he kicked up. He went absolutely insane. And so I get up, I get off to the side, and I'm limping, I'm hurting, and my wife's trying to talk to him. I'm like, just give me a second. I'm in pain. So I was like, we have to finish the music video. So I get on Harley, like immediately afterwards. I'm like, I have to get on a horse. We have to finish this music video. We only have today. So I get on a horse, finish the music video, blah, blah, blah. So one of my friends hears about the incident, and she was like, "Hey, you need to go to the hospital." I was like, "I'm not going to the hospital." I was like, "I feel fine, whatever." I was like, "I'm hurting, but I'm not broken." She was like, "You know how I'm always in pain?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "That was from a horse incident, and I didn't realize that my back was hairline fractured for like 8 years or something like that." And she was like, "That all started from that, and then it just kind of wore and tore, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, "All right, fine." So go to the hospital, give me an x-ray, and they're like, "No, everything's fine." I was like, "Cool." And right before I leave, to the point of the story, they're like, "Hey, we're going to give you some Dilaudid." And I was like, "What is that?" And they were like, "It's just going to make you feel good, and it's going to make you sleep better." I was like, at this point, I've never had an opioid in my whole life, and that's the only one that I've ever had. And I was like, okay. At this point, it was so late, I didn't even feel like fighting it. Normally, I've always turned it down. They stick me with Dilaudid. We get on the interstate. From the hospital to the end of the interstate, where we get off, maybe 7, 8, 10 minutes. Dude, we get to the turn, and I literally remember looking at my wife, Amber. I was toasted, bro. I looked at her and I said, "It sounds so good right now." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "Taco Bell." What? I hate Taco Bell. I have never, ever, ever enjoyed Taco Bell past me being like 13 years old. Something about being
Hand me the
high.
pistol, please.
Something about being high makes you want Taco Bell. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Something about being just out of your right mind. There is some primal connection in us somehow, some way, without Taco Bell being in the beginning of creation, that ties us to that place. And I now understand that.
Yeah. Number 6, two chicken chalupas.
That was never me.
Add nacho cheese.
I'm smashing.
Baja.
That was never me.
And then
Dude, I don't like Baja Blast.
Dude, that was my go-to.
5 packs of Diablo.
No. Now, when I was a kid, we used to go to Taco Bell because it was just cheap. Now it's super expensive.
Now, dude, you're not getting out of there under $25.
I begged Amber to take me to Taco Bell.
That's awesome.
Begged her,
and I can't believe they went straight to Dilaudid, dude. That's like,
hey, Guido just said this. Guido owns juke joint. Guido, just, it's funny, you need to get your flag. But yeah. Kendrick, do you need a test subject? You ever juke joint Ocean Springs?
Yeah.
Guido's also was a manager for FEB, but like that would be a good one.
A test subject for what?
No, he's talking about getting him right.
Oh yeah. What are you waiting on?
Yeah, I think juke joint by far. I've been there for like I said, like the last 6 months. And that's still the hang, dude. I'm so proud of you, Guido. Like, it's
juke joint's cool.
Yeah, but it's
always
like,
gonna be cool.
They almost lost it, and him and his him and his partner fought to save that old building. But that's their like, I mean, talk about passion of owning a dive bar.
Yeah.
They do it for the music scene. They do it for
music scene is killer.
Yeah. But Guido, I'll definitely get you on contact.
Yeah, plug me up.
My friend plays over there on the EDM nights. His name's Shitty Britches.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Shitty britches.
Shitty Britches.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's cool to have a good music scene, and same thing with like I'm so proud of Farabee has been a guest on the show, and she owns this little dive bar called Mermaids in Biloxi, and she always does these TikToks where it's like, come with me in a day of a dive bar owner, and it's like Monday and her at Sam's kicking shit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this didn't break this week. You're like, I'm proud of you girls. Like, let's see what I bought. And it's like, hey guys, my freezer died at 2 a.m. And you're like, so it's just like she tells a story of owning a dive bar.
Yeah.
But no, that's why I like it was. Let's go into this though with the music scene now, you know, and we're talking on social media, and I'm going to hit you probably on the same question with you know doing speaking engagements, but like you see a lot of these damn musicians being signed now, and they do like 1 10-second clip of a song that goes viral, but most of the parts of the song suck. How does that actually start working? You know, for you, like you spend all this time to have your hooks, to have your chorus, like they'll really put work in, and then they'll do these. I don't think, by the way I'm listening to some of these like folk songwriters now, I don't think they're actually finishing songs. Am I wrong or right? Like, are they just doing a clip and putting it out?
Yes. So yes, there. Case in point, there is a guy who just got signed to maybe Warner, maybe Universal. Some young kid named Blake Whiten, I think's his name. He has a song called Rolling Stone. When he first ever debuted the clip of that song, I can't say if the song was fully written or not, but it for sure was not out and it wasn't produced. The song just came out a little while ago. He played like a 30-second clip of it or whatever on TikTok, went viral from there, had absolute insane traction, and then somebody picked him up and they produced the song and they put it out. But it just started with him putting that snippet
But do
out.
people get to the point where they like, there's some songs that I listen to and I'm like, it was catchy, but
yeah,
like you could tell it's not like a meaningful, like, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, where are like Garth Brooks? I don't know who wrote the who wrote Friends in Low Places. I don't think he did.
No, probably not.
But that's a banger.
I don't think it mattered who wrote it. I mean, the song is just killer.
But like that was us. But that was catching a full song. I mean, I'm in the day of the what you call a boombox CD and cassettes. I mean, my first cassette was Seal.
Oh wow,
that was my first cassette. My first CD was Stevie B.
Stevie B.
Yeah, greatest hits.
That's awesome.
I got a boombox with it, but like, yeah, I mean, no wait, my first cassette was Montel Jordan because I bought it at a gas station.
Oh wow,
my mom, terrible. We went to Fry. We went to one of the Fry or one of the music stores in Mobile, and I bought it was Montel Jordan, and then what else cassette I said?
Seal.
Yeah, it was Seal. It was definitely Seal.
Yeah,
because I was around Batman time, and they did a song on Batman.
That's what the Batman. Yeah.
I
remember my first cassette.
Oh, dude, I got the McDonald's cup, bro.
Like Bone Thugs.
Bone Thugs. Were you in there?
Dude, yeah, I was a little hood rat.
What did you dress the part?
Yeah, I kind of grew up in the kind of a trap area, man. I mean, when I think back,
my actual life.
Yeah, when I think back, I mean, it's like, wow, I kind of made it out of there pretty good. It's funny. I took my boy. Where we live. It's not that I'm like super fancy, but I went in a nice neighborhood, and I took him to where I grew up, and I said, "Hey, bro, right there where me and your Nana grew up." And he's like, "Really?" I mean, it's like all the houses are like dilapidated. They're like falling over, fences are graffitied. I mean, it was terrible. I mean, like when I think back, I'm like, wow, I kind of made it out of there. But you never knew if you were going to get in a fight or get your bike stolen, or if you were going to, buying a dime sack when you're 12. It's like, oh, everyone saved up their lunch money for the week. Let's go buy a dime. It was like weird stuff.
Yeah.
I think people, we were exposed to a lot of things that probably at a much younger age than what I should have, but I was lucky. I kept my head on straight. I did some, dumb shit when I was young, but I never, not anything to.
Did you wear wife beaters?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Oh, that's it.
I did too.
What do you mean? That's all. Is that a question? Is that rhetorical?
I did. I had So, hold on.
That's all we.
Oh.
That's all we want.
Mandy Anderson said, love Jared. Guido said, love you.
I love Mandy.
But they had I was talking to Andrew Allen from Pepsi. He was on last week. And we're talking about, I used to go to the complex and wear upside down sun visors. And I was like, this is serious. Like
complex.
Yeah, I used to wear upside down sun visors. And I'm like, Andrew, were you that guy? He's like, no. I was like, I was. I had a Tommy Hilfiger. It had
kicking it old school.
the Tommy Hilfiger in the inside had it was back then, it was like Hawaiian florals was our style.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, and so I always did like like
your boy from Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah. But no, me and my brother did it. Well, crew did it. I'm
complex.
Like, yeah. Oh yeah, and like then we it was then we were all influenced at the time. One thing I've learned, and then this is as we get older, we don't hang out with our friends as much. But when we were growing up, when we're hanging out with our friends, we all dress the same.
Oh yeah, everyone's same.
Sure.
We're all influenced by the same style, which you probably got with your band. I mean, when you play with people and you're in the vehicle all the time, y'all probably still catch on y'all's own.
Oh yeah,
trends.
I mean, it's hard to like be so intimately close to somebody and not pick up, sayings, phrases, styles, all that. Everyone is still their own person, but you'll see like I'm a person. At the end of the day, I'll see something and be like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm still impressionable. It's like
you're going out there and playing your band, all of a sudden you're like, hey, I'm wearing this fucking Western button down tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. And I have tons of them. And I tell them like when we go to certain events, which at the end of the day, I tell them to be who they are.
Yeah.
Because there's no sense in trying to change somebody because everyone is who they are, and you're gonna be that way no matter what. I'll tell them like if we're going to like a nicer place, like Justin, our drummer, he wears shorts a lot, and he's a drummer. I get it. We'll go somewhere and it'll be nice. I'm like, hey, like put on like some jeans and boots, like just something that looks nice when we go somewhere where we're playing like a big stage, somewhere that we look presentable. But at the end of the day, like don't act no different. Don't be who, don't be somebody else.
Because I mean, why I've learned this too is like there's a lot of black because like a lot of bands wear a lot of black because not distracting.
Yeah,
away from the
and
show.
It's simple and it's easy and it always looks good. It's just one of those things.
You wear a lot of black.
I love black.
Yeah, me too.
Is black y'all's favorite colors?
I would say.
Can I get a little more bourbon?
Yeah, mine's gray. I like gray. I don't know why.
I like gray too.
I like gray.
I really like anything that's kind of like monochromatic. I've never really been like a bright person. Now I will say that I really like the color blue. Like you'll see, like most of my tattoos are all blue, but I'm super colorblind, and blue is one of those colors that comes across very well for me. A lot of other stuff is real.
Oh wow!
Muddy.
My favorite color is
tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Dude, how was that? Was that a learning curve, like getting in the color, or did you just kind of steer away from it?
No, I still did colored. Eternal inks were very good. I don't know how they've been because I use the same line of colors that I've always used.
That's Eternal ink right there.
Yeah, so Eternal ink is very good about naming colors what they are, like robin egg blue. It's robin egg blue, or like neon green. You kind of, when you learn about those colors and you see them, because I can see a color isolated.
Okay.
It's when colors are next to one another that I can't see. Like green and orange looks the same to me. I have a little bit of the red and green, yellows and greens. It just depends the situation and the lighting and all these kind of things, and it's hard. So a lot of times I would ask people like, hey, is this like the color that you want? And they're like, oh yeah. Or no, I was thinking more of this. I'd let them go, hey, those are my colors. Yeah. Pick out what you're thinking.
Nice.
So it's just, but thankfully it's not. I had a lot of good people around me to be like, oh yeah, this is this, and this.
Well, that makes you pretty good tattooers. A lot of them don't do that shit.
Well, I mean, it's on you forever.
I know, but I'm saying that's an open option.
Oh yeah.
Ease a little bit because there's a lot of like, no, I'm gonna do how I do it.
Yeah.
Dude, there's memes about that actually. I saw them today, and it's like it was just a dude standing there looking at you disapprovingly, and it's like when you ask a tattoo artist to tattoo you, because that's how some tattoo artists are. They're just like, it's almost like they're mad that you want them to tattoo you. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a thing that's in the culture of tattooing, and it's real. Maybe not so much. No, maybe it is. I don't know. It's weird. There's a lot of tattoo artists who have terrible attitudes, and I don't know where that came about, because it's like you're bringing your money to me and asking me to put art on you. Like that's probably one of the coolest things somebody could do is trust you to do something on them forever. Why are you being a dick?
Well, I think for a long time, I mean, tattoos were popular, but they're kind of underground. And as it gets more as it acceptable, like when I first got my sleeve, this sleeve is probably 10 years, 11 years. When I first got my sleeve, like I could see the difference in a person, how they treated when I first had a sleeve versus 10 years later. It's kind of acceptable. Like it's just become like just another expression, I would say.
Yeah, not in medicine.
But then there's more people becoming tattoo artists.
When I started at Memorial, I don't know if you drive me, when I started over there, I mean, almost 20 years ago, you didn't have visible tattoos. And if you did, you had to cover them. You weren't, it wasn't, hey, don't have no vulgar, don't have no nudity, you had visible tattoos. They had to be covered. Now you walk around and you can see, I mean, there might be a chick in the recovery that's got a chest piece, which is cool. I like that. I like that it's kind of, it's becoming more, I don't want to call it mainstream, but more acceptable. I almost want to say, dude, if I'm in the hospital when I'm 74 and you come in and you don't have a tattoo, get out of my room. I don't even want you in here. Something's wrong with you. It's almost kind of like, you're not tattooed. All right. I don't want you taking care of me.
It's just changed. And I think back then it was just like, it was such a niche. Yeah. It's kind of like you, when you first started doing, what do people call your stuff? I know you Forever Young Men Clinic, and it's, and you talk, about, like a steroid, but you have different words for it now. But when you first started out, people are like, this dude's just a snake oil salesman. And because you were one of the first ones to really not join a pyramid scheme, you went straight into, I'm going to help people with the right type of medicine. Yeah,
of course. So I mean, for one, my foundation was not just in medicine. I loved bodybuilding. So again, as a bodybuilder, a competitive bodybuilder, the whole point is to optimize the body, right? I mean, it's usually via not only just anabolics, but you have to make the body as efficient and as responsive as possible. So you take that same dynamic and apply it outside bodybuilding world. Every person should want to function that way. So whether you're a plumber, whether you're an electrician, whether you're a musician, I mean, I can only imagine the hours that you're going to have to be put in. I mean, if you don't have the proper balance inside, your body doesn't know how to function correctly. So I think that whenever people initially keep hearing hormone replacement or testosterone or estrogen replacement, women, they all think that as soon as you get on hormones, you get cancer, which it's just bad. It's just old literature or misunderstood. I mean, now you got the internet, which is good for certain people in the musicians world, where you can spread a lot of awareness, but in the medical field, it allows for a lot of forums and a lot of dipshits that get on there and think that they know things that they don't really know. And then now you have somebody else that's relying on that source. And there's a lot of
Liver King.
There's Liver King. I mean, there's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of misinterpretation. There's a lot of contradictory literature. And unless people kind of, get paired up with somebody that stays in, I travel continuously. I'm always at all the conferences. I'm going to know the most of the most. And I'm going to, that's the way that I just feel like you're not going to know a medication that I don't know about, and your treatment approach is going to be completely different than mine because I don't have a protocol. Like I can't duplicate. I couldn't say, hey, Jordan, I'm going to sell you my clinic, even if you were, in medical or whatever. And you're going to say, well, how do you treat your people? It's like every one of them's different. I don't have like here's my book. There is none. You have to learn and treat every person as an individual, and you treat the person and you don't treat the numbers. So that's a big problem in clinicians' world nowadays. They go by these reference ranges that have been almost kind of pushed into the laboratory industry. And it's just not, it's mediocre. It's being, you want to be average. People always just want to say, well, I just want to be normal. There ain't no normal. You're obviously getting blood work because your body's telling you otherwise. So that's the way you start thinking. It's like, well, I can get your body to do a lot better than what it's doing. Period. There's always a better version of you because I can manipulate that, where the body is a deterioration machine. You only go in one direction. We age. So the best thing you can do is slow that process down the best you can. Optimize your hormones to make sure that the body's really going to kind of be responsive and get quality of life. That's living, not being alive. That's living. So there's a big difference in, how people approach health nowadays. They just think about the heart. Oh, is your heart healthy? Like, yeah, so what? My heart's healthy. I'm depressed. I'm fat. I don't want to go do anything. I have no drive.
$1,000 a month on OnlyFans.
You spend you're an OnlyFans Platinum Premier member. It's like, you got one strong arm. It's like, come on. It's like, really?
Dude, I'm gonna have one strong arm from holding this.
Double fisting earlier, huh? But no, it's just one of the things that's what makes me different. It's like, I don't use other people's guided reference ranges. It's like, I'm gonna make your body function to the best of its ability.
So it's gotta suck. I mean, when people try to sell you products,
they don't. Yeah,
and you're like,
well, they come in and I'm like, I don't.
More than most when it comes to that type of thing. So they're 100%. Like, you read it, you're like, nah, fuck that. That's like Anthony from the district.
Yeah.
Anthony will go down a list and it's like, I mean, and shout out to the district, but and like Anthony and Cade will go down a list of just like, well, it's more Anthony's super strict and Cade's picking up his brother's stuff, but they're very into like, they're not gonna, you can't go to sell them any kind of vitamins. You should be a lot of it's a I don't know. I got some numbers, man. It's like what I meant to say that is like they research their own vitamins. They're not. You can't just walk up to them and you can't walk up to Anthony and go, "I'm gonna sell you this." Anthony's already takes his own vitamins. I mean, he takes like probably 10, 15 vitamins a day. Yeah, but it's what he chooses to take, and he researches it.
And that brings up a point. 15 vitamins. It's like the vitamin industry is so saturated. It's a gazillion-dollar industry, and a lot of times, again, we can go back to the same thing with the semaglutide and Ozempic and Wegovy and all them. If you don't fix the problem, you're wasting money. Why do you say people coming to me and they feel like shit? Obviously, that's why they're coming to see me. They got this list of problems that they're feeling. They're credit card
debt, divorce,
credit card debt. Yeah, I mean, they just got their car towed. So they come to me and I say, where this list of supplements that you're taking, why? Well, because I thought it was going to help me. And I said, well, how long you been taking it? I don't know, 2-3 years. Are you better?
Yeah.
No, you've been blowing thousands of dollars on vitamins and supports that don't fix anything. So I like I said, man, I just look at things a little bit different. Supplements are exactly what they are. They're supplements. They're supplementing something that you're not getting enough of. If you don't have low vitamin D, why the hell are you taking vitamin D? If you don't have low magnesium, why are you taking magnesium? Why are you taking all this weird ginger root? Like, for what? I don't even know what most of that stuff does, but I mean, you're here for a reason.
I tell you, this could be a thing. I take, the only thing I really take every day is cayenne pepper. I just take tablets of it. I don't know. It's worth it or not worth it? I don't know.
You tell me what the hell to do. I don't. The only thing I use cayenne pepper in is when I'm making tacos.
My neighbor told me that.
See, this is the
neighbor. There's the neighbor.
And I don't reason, but it's Jock.
Oh, okay.
No, but he was doing just cayenne, and I just started taking it. It's the only thing I would really take every day.
Pot and peppers.
Yeah,
that's the slogan. Pot and peppers. That's my daily. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't bullshit either. I'm not going to sit there and tell you.
I'm asking you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have no idea.
I'm gonna keep taking it until you give me an answer.
Yeah, keep taking it, bro.
Well, how long have you been taking it?
About a year.
Do you feel different than when you didn't take it?
I feel better, but I mean, it could be the placebo effect.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't fucking know. I'm. That's why I have you on the show.
What did you start taking it for?
It was just.
What is the supposed?
So I went through. I had a bad falling out, doing like a business deal with an old friend, and it was just like
got hooked on the cayenne.
It was a bad deal, and things separated. But like I think I want my blood pressure went like this.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and I just started taking cayenne, and it to me it did drop. It dropped, but it could have been
situational
because I was just like heartbroken. Like I was just like definitely heartbroken. And so I don't really know. I don't know if it's that or the heartbroken or now I just don't give a fuck. I mean, that's like I don't give a fuck. So I still take it though. I mean, it's just it's really the thing is it's not additive. It's just cayenne pepper in a
capsule
or
whatever. Yeah,
and that's it.
You got a blood pressure monitor?
Huh?
You got a blood pressure?
No,
monitor?
not here.
So
So-
you can't even
it's-
do like a control.
It's out of sight, out of mind. He's like, no, bro, I know I don't want to give it up. And just like, I'm not going to stop
Well, I
drinking.
mean,
I'm not going to stop
it's
smoking
at my
pot. It's like, I'm not ready.
It's at my stepdad's in Ocean Springs.
He had to separate himself.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying,
I'm not even
I
near.
have one in Ocean Springs, but not here.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, man, it comes down to, I tell people, I'm like, look, you want to bring me a list of all your supplements and supports. I'm like, by the time that you're talking about my services and the expense of them, I just saved you more than that by stop wasting all this money on your vitamins that are not helping. So it's a weird industry. You know, it's like everyone wants to be better, but wants to take something, but not really get to the root cause of it.
If I just gave up the damn snacks, I'm telling you, because I don't like, I'll do a soda like a Baja, but I love water. I mean, I do. That's one thing I'll say is I do drink at least a gallon of water a day.
Good.
And it's just because I love water.
That Baja's probably got like 8,000 grams.
But I mean,
of
it's the same like that. Like I have one of them jugs, and I don't know. It's like, it's just cool to have a water jug with you. And then every night, like I look over it and that damn thing's gone.
Yeah, I smash water.
I love it. And it's gotta be room temperature. I do not like water with ice.
I like either. I like ice too.
Yeah, I probably run 2 cases of water a week. The big 48 packs or
Dude,
whatever.
Captain Plan's gonna kick your ass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, it's that's I've like, I know it's fucking, I love water. I mean, I enjoy a good beverage. Like, it's cool to go to Burrito Zone. If you haven't been there, check it out.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Or Ben's got Kudobo. It's just a place in Guyville,
Okay.
but it's a similar. Like, I love burritos.
Burritos.
I love jalapenos.
Yeah.
I love queso. I love
Cayenne.
salsa.
Cayenne. You love cayenne? And pots and peppers.
Damn it.
He's in there. Can I get extra?
Come on. He's scratching.
I,
Come on.
I used to grow habaneros, but I had a habanero plant. I have a jalapeno plant, but I used to grow habaneros.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then have you ever grown habaneros before?
No.
So let me tell you something. Always wear gloves.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because
dude,
I
you
didn't
turn around
know,
and
and it was
scratch
like
your
poison
balls or
ivy on.
something. You turn around and scratch your ball.
No, I literally just went and took a pee,
Oh,
and then I was sitting there for like, there, felt like way worse than icy hot.
that's your story.
It burnt so
Oh yeah,
bad.
that's the story, huh?
Yeah.
I sat in cold water in the tub.
He took.
That's why it was. Oh yeah, that's the storyline you're going with. That's why it was burning.
Oh,
You go to the clinic.
damn it. Well, do y'all
Don't call me. Oh,
do you do checkups? Look at your situation though. Like now, that's what I was saying. So you got a person like you that's like, I mean, how many songs? Your list of songs when you play. How many songs you play at on a concert?
So I mean, if we end up playing like 3 hours, like when we played at Ground Zero, we played 3 hours. I mean, we'll probably play almost 40.
Holy smokes!
Yeah.
And how many originals?
Between 10 and 15 typically. We'll throw them in there because like we had a lot of places, dude. Like there's a lot of places that don't care about original music until you're the guy. And so I mean, we played a place not long ago that they asked me like a percentage, like if you got to give me a percent, what's your breakdown originals to covers? Because they wanted covers.
Oh wow!
And I was just like, we're not a cover band. I was like, I play original music. We play covers to supplement the time, but like my focus is to get us in front of people who hear our original music. But I mean, yeah, we end up playing about 40 songs.
I mean, you got to get the fuel. You got to pay for the vehicle. You got to keep going. Everybody's got to eat. You got families. Nobody, y'all are not a bunch of single people on the road.
All right.
You got to keep that in mind too. What have you felt? What your song that's been hitting with that new video you did? What's
Road Dog.
Road Dog.
Yeah.
Beautiful song. Even the cinematic with the vein, like the whole look of it's just so dope.
Yeah, my friend Chase shot that, dude. He killed it, dude. He did a great job. Beautiful cinematics. Shot it in 4:3.
How do y'all figure out what fucking video you're gonna shoot?
What you mean, like what song or
if
like?
y'all are all writing
like
a song, are
building
you
out
writing a
the
song together and not everybody's heard your music?
Mhm.
What makes you go, I'm gonna fucking do this song, or I'm because I mean, making a music video is not easy.
Right.
It's work.
It was just that song was special to me. It's just when I wrote it, I knew that this was going to be a good one. It's just like one of those things. It's like I love every song that I write, but I don't like all of them. You know, it's like your siblings. Sometimes you like them, sometimes you like them, sometimes you don't, but you always love them, you know, because like it's like your family. So to me, they're like, these songs are like my kids. You get pissed off, you know, your kids will make you mad, but at the end of the day, you still love them. So it's like, I really Road Dogg's like my favorite kid, you know.
That's
So
it.
it's just like I was like, that's
So
my boy.
when you're about to start filming, you're fucking pumped.
Yeah.
You're in it.
So yeah, it was just like I knew it. I had that feeling from the jump when I first started writing it. I was sitting on my couch and I was like, oh yeah.
How do you line the words up?
So for me, it always starts with the music. So I have to be feeling the music.
Are they playing music for you when they're filming a video?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what happens is we'll have like a big speaker and they just play the song through the speaker and then we just perform over it and they just sync that up.
Oh, that's
So sometimes you'll go on a set and the first thing they'll do before they start filming is they'll clap and they're waiting to hear that on the camera audio.
So just like the podcast.
Yeah, so they know how to sync
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So like I sync up on Premiere. So
Yeah.
this is not the audio you hear. They're all in separate tracks. So your track, you're 3, right? So you're 4, you're 2, and I'm 1.
Oh yeah, we pulled through.
And I know that by when I do sync up this podcast and I'll sync it together.
Okay.
And if you're kind of like talking like this, I can go in there and
You can ramp it up.
I can put tone to it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's where I go crazy with it. But like, so that I was wondering like with how music was, because you've watched videos where they're like singing and you can tell they're not on.
100%. Oh yeah.
It's
Dude,
definitely
got
it's
me
like one of them Asian karate movies with the
Oh yeah, like Kung Pao and all that stuff. Hello.
It's like way off.
Yeah, I love that.
You
Dude,
can make-
it's so funny.
You made me sound like Barry White then, man.
Yeah.
You need to hook me up on the edits.
It's like you said, the series. Like that means like after the show, I'm gonna stay up and I'm gonna put in the work.
Yeah.
To make sure I tell y'all a story.
I want to know I don't know if I ever started sharing this.
But that's like, telling a story. But audio is so much important, way more important than video. I
Yep.
truly believe that.
Audio is very important. I was literally engineering one of my friends' project before I came here. That's where I left from. I left from Poplarville, and I haven't engineered anything in a long time. And I would only ever do that for my bandmates. And so Katie needed me to record and mix some songs for her for a contest. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And, I literally was on the way there listening to YouTube to remember, because she uses the same program that I use, thank God. So it was still in there a little bit, but I was listening to refresher. So when I got in the room, I didn't have to go digging for a lot. I kind of already knew where everything was. And yeah, dude, the audio is important. I spent probably an hour mixing each song, just trying to get it to where it was.
That's important. It's like right now, I do the live. I mean, if people are not doing stuff, they're in. But it's doing the live is putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Don't give the when I get a message like, man, I'm on the way to Ingles and I got you in my truck.
Sweet.
That's where I failed them. And I do apologize. I've done probably 30 shows with a flat tone, but I'm getting better at it because of the listeners. Like it's people that I get messages like, hey man, I'm on the ride to Texas and I'm listening to Jared's podcast and that's, they take it in. If I put the flat line, they're not going to listen to it the whole time.
Right.
And that was just me being lazy. But now we're going full tracks. Everybody's got a track.
Sweet.
And it's huge, man. Cause like, I don't want, you see a lot of these podcasts. Like I said, we go back to got offered to blow me up as a podcast just to be out in front. That was never my goal of the podcast. My goal was storytelling. Like we enjoyed it as we're kids. I want people to have an experience of, hey, Kendrick, I just went and seen you. And that's one thing I'm very blessed. I hit slower on numbers, but I have an audience that literally does believe what y'all are saying and take it to heart. You look at a situation where I could be like, oh, no, Jared, play a song right now. Jump. But I want it to be like, hey, what's like, I want everybody to know that listens that it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
And if you fucking think, if it does, it's not, something's going on. You got to put in the work. Everything is about putting in the work. Everything we do is putting in the work. I might not put in the work for my health, but I put in the work for my charity.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't but my charity, when me and John started the charity, we fucking $9,000 a year.
Yeah.
Shit, I woke up this week to a $10,000 check out of Texas. You know, these people are.
Sweet.
But I know the hospital's going to feel better.
Yeah.
And that's not, I mean, that's one thing too you're going to love about. So this is Memorial Hospital Foundation. So this is separate.
Okay.
They pay the employees to run the fund. They also send us quarterly reports on how they spend the money.
Okay.
100% of our money goes to the hospital. That's when you go to pinkdressrun.com. We don't have a bank account. That goes to the hospital.
That's awesome.
Like the checks go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Everything we do goes to the hospital. Like I said, this year, pinkdressrun.com. I mean, this year we have free mammograms. I mean, they're going to do a soft little check on you. But if you want to get if you want to go out and you need to get checked up, because guys, I love you. I'm not going to call y'all out, but like my phone gets hit up with people that got lumps.
That's crazy.
And now it's open to you. Like if you got a family member that's scared because they haven't checked up, now's the time. pinkdressrun.com. All I ask is you register for the run, and then come and then get checked out. I mean, I've been fighting this for 2.5 years. I just want free mammograms. Let me catch it early. I don't want to catch it. The whole goal of what Carter's Champion stands for is early detection is important, and let's just catch that shit early. So guys, October 18th, Pink Dress Run, come out. And if you've had this crazy thing in your head where you're like, you know, number one, I'm nervous of waiting rooms. I'm nervous of parking lots. I'm nervous. I'm embarrassed. Okay. Like don't be embarrassed at the run. We're a bunch of friends wearing dresses. All right. But come out and meet the team. And, another cool thing that we're going to have this year, and I think if we go that route, is Nobo's going to be out there. They're going to do it on Carter Champion's Pink Dress Run drink, but also Doug Stout and his team. Where I think we're actually going to have a medical marijuana clinic out there. Sweet. So you can, if you want to get a medical card.
That's awesome.
If Forever Young, if you want to come out and get a 10x10,
Sweet.
I'll give you a free 10x10.
No,
but I want education out.
Yeah.
So like, just give it to the hospital.
Yeah.
I think that's our mission. It's like, people need to know your shit, dude. People need to know what you're about, what you stand for. That's why I asked you, what are you doing at October 18th? I know you might have a gig, but dude, you'll be a great performance. And it's just like being there with the fucking, like the mayor's leading it off. Hugh Keaton's going to,
he was going to be there.
He's going to launch
Sweet.
it. And the role is, well, before we start the run, there's just one, I just want to share this because people, they always say I don't explain, and I'm really bad at explaining shit. But it's like it goes in words. But so right when the run starts, the survivors get a mic and they tell their story on the big stage. That is 100% the rule. And then after that, we do the national anthem.
Sweet.
That's what we do. That's what we're always going to do. And then we do the run. But every survivor or person battling or just started battling, you're able to go up there and tell your full story. I don't give a shit. It's 2 hours. I don't care. You have the right to tell your story, because I'm telling you, when you tell your story, what I've learned in the last decade, Dylan, being in this field, is once you get it out, you'll feel better. It's just like Jarrett when he writes a song. If Jarrett doesn't get the song out, he's not going to feel the same way. So like he just said with Road Dogg, he said that like this is his song, and he had to get it out. He had to film it. So a similar concept. I'm just saying, guys, this is the year. Free mammograms, fucking free mammograms. I've drove myself mad for 2.5 years to have free mammograms. Shout out to Carter's Champion. Shout out to John and my whole entire board. I love you guys. Free mammograms. Fucking, I don't care if it's your goddamn sisters, aunts, uncles, whoever.
You got no excuse.
Oh, it's been rough. Like, it's just like, it's getting earlier. Like you said, everything's getting earlier now. So it is important to do health.
I force it. So I am in a good position to where if somebody wants to come and see me and I feel like they are a good candidate for any type of hormone replacement therapy, I will not initiate any hormone replacement therapy unless, for a woman, their mammograms are up to date, their pelvic exams, and their pap smears. For men, if they're above a certain age, they have already had their prostate exam, which really is kind of outdated now. We use blood levels. So I just make it to where either you're going to be current before I initiate, and I will not renew those medications that following year unless they stay up to date. So I do what I need to do because of the misconceptions. Everyone thinks cancers are caused by hormones, but I mean, the hormones don't cause the cancer. Usually there's a predisposition, like you were talking about grandma, aunts, especially breast cancer, there's a huge genetic component. And there's cool testing now that they can actually test you to see if there is that genetic link. But again, for the tons of perimenopausal and postmenopausal women that I see nowadays, I will not initiate any therapy unless they are current on their exams, because you called it, early prevention is the best way to treat. It's easy to prevent. It's hard to treat.
Yeah. And then it's like I'm going to give one of my best secrets about this. It's like, when I first started this shit with John, like I was selfish. And then as I started hearing these stories over and over, and then you're like, you can't just go, hey, oh, good job, you have cancer. You really have to sit down and I think it's helped. I think me being a podcaster has helped me do this and develop my style to it. But yeah, it's like these people, like you said, we're better at early prevention. Just same thing what you're doing. I'm going to jump in before 40. I'll be 39. Now I'll jump in.
Yeah.
But
I can only
we
make
both
it
need to do that shit. Like, I mean, you're on the road all the time, and it's both of us. I mean, we both like.
Oh, I need to. Dude.
Yeah, I mean,
especially a musician, the amount of taxing that you put your body through. I mean,
I feel terrible.
Oh, I can only imagine. But that number you told me earlier.
Yeah, I genuinely feel terrible.
Could be a good opportunity for y'all.
Yeah,
I mean, you, especially taking where you're going, dude. I know for a fact you're going to be your ass is going to be up there. Like you're going to be one of the top artists. The way your work ethic, the way you have your own sound. That's super important. And I want you to know, like, right now, like I said, you quit your job, now you push off. He did the same shit. He quit his job and built a fucking empire. But it wasn't overnight. It was one of the things where it's like, did I fuck up? Is my credit card maxed out?
Dude, that was bad.
Am I not in a relationship anymore? This shit is everything comes at a risk. But I think big for you is like, I mean, you can't buy you. You're not for sale.
No, yeah, for sure. No.
You're not for sale.
Dude, I remember I had a dude who's a writer for a huge country artist, and he was starting this management thing up, and he was talking about signing me, and he asked me, how do I feel about a specific country music artist that I won't name? And I was like, I'm not into them. I don't like their style of music or whatever. And he literally told me, he's like, I don't ever want to hear that come out of your mouth, because around here, that person's the king. And I was just like, not interested. Yeah. That immediately I was like, nope, because I knew exactly where that was going. They wanted me to go that route. I'm just not into that, dude. It's like, okay, I sell out, I make the money, and then I go up there and I play karaoke every night, dude. It's just, I'm not into that. Yeah. That sucks. Like, it's not fun.
Same thing you were saying. You don't want nobody to come in and dictate the way that you do your podcast. The same way you don't want nobody to mold the way that
how many people have tried to approach you to buy you? It's a lot.
I've had, because it's easy once it's already established. It's the groundwork that's a pain in the ass. I mean, I'm not a business guy. So like you said, when I jumped, I resigned, and I had no investors. I did not take any loans. I paid for it. I sold whatever I had, my car.
Yeah, he's been through some hell. He's been through hell.
I financed that 100%. I own 100%, just like you own your, what do they call them? Your digitals, your masters. I mean, you have nobody that has ownership, and that's the best feeling I can have. I own it 100%. And the next thing is I'm building a clinic, which is going to be mine. I'm leasing that area, where I am now, but I'm building my own clinic on Daws. If Gulfport building development's on here, get my shit done. I've been waiting on permits to clear for like 10 months, like legit.
Just had
2024 literally is when the first time I submitted over there.
Damn.
So
I'll make a call tomorrow. Me and Ivan did the podcast and I'm
on Gulfport side. Yeah. So Gulfport. Yeah, I'm still waiting. So I bought that little plot on Daws, like right before where the old skate park was.
That's where I vote.
Yeah. Right next to it, the cleared out lot. Yeah. That's mine.
Okay.
That's where the clinic's going to be once they approve my permits. I can start building. So what I'm getting at is, when I started, I was renting a room, a half the size of this room, seeing patients. Didn't have staff. I'd go out, get my own patient.
That's fucking dope,
dude. I was drawing blood. I'm not a phlebotomist. I mean, I had to practice, I had learned how to draw blood, but I'm not a phlebotomist. I was literally the provider, the receptionist, the phlebotomist. I'm spinning blood. I'm writing orders because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. But when you throw yourself out there, you're going to figure it out. Sink or swim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you throw the kid in the deep end and bro, you jump.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like literally,
I
got my ass kicked, and I was still working in orthopedics at that time. I would be texting people, and unfortunately, they still save my numbers, which is good. I still have those patients from my early time.
Everybody around's like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
Dude, when
like,
I hear, anytime I go, oh yeah, I got my ass kicked. I mean, I'm texting people at 9 o'clock, like, hey, can I call you and talk about your lab results? Which was what I had to do because I had no business phone. I was literally using my cell phone after I got off work and calling people to talk about their lab results that I had to establish their treatment plan. It was just that's what I had to do because I didn't have anybody. And now I'm doing a lot better. I have a full staff. I'm building my own clinic. I built a telehealth company off of the same premise. I mean,
so let's go into telehealth. And I know what we've talked about it, but for this podcast, because like if you say telehealth, people right now are going to think QVC.
Oh, okay, that's kind of the vibe. So telehealth.
I'm just saying it's telehealth is not a.
That's not a thing. Like well known.
That not down here.
Telemedicine. Okay, so if I say it telemedicine, so basically, in the medical field, and there's a lot of different specialties that have that. You're certified to practice in your state. If you're an attorney, if you're you have credentials that you are able to practice in this state. So early on, I had a good footprint. When I started, I was lucky to have a lot of people in my corner, and I treat a lot of my friends, and I've met a ton of people and thousands of people. But I had a strong footprint here. So when I realized, man, on our little coastline of Gulfport, Biloxi, and where we grew up at, I've already had established this strong of a clientele in a short period of time. I'm like, dude, this is happening everywhere. You know what I mean? Like this is a terrible thing that's happening everywhere. So how can I expand? How can I, and it wasn't from a business perspective, how can I pass that message on? Like you said, I want everybody to live the best that they can from a not only a health perspective, but quality of life. So what I had to do was, I didn't know telemedicine was fairly new. COVID kind of jumped off a lot of that. It really
blew
your
medicine right at the door.
Blew way up. So it almost kind of facilitated me being able to, link all these different programs and being able to get licensed. I got, probably 30 states now, that I'm licensed and practicing in, through telemedicine. So it's the convenience factor. I'm not, how easy is it for someone to get off work and go and get blood work and get a consultation and all these things where I can just now sit in front of send you a Zoom meet.
You're like the next Progressive.
Dude,
that's why you're building it where it's convenient.
Essentially is super convenient. So I don't want you to have, it comes back to no excuses. Just like why would a 43-year-old that never had a mammogram not go to the run and go get a free mammogram? It's like no excuses. Right. So now I've given you every option, even if you don't want to get off the couch because you feel like trash or you're too lazy or you're just tired or whatever. I don't care. Sit there on the couch. Be partially clothed at least. I don't really care. I don't want to see. But I'm like, dude, I literally have taken away every variable to make it to where it's not.
So how do you do it through like a FaceTime or do you do it through
Zoom? Through a Zoom. So
full Zoom.
They're also, yeah. So of course you got all these different components that have to come together because in medical field, you have to be confidential. All these different softwares have to be HIPAA compliant to make sure that there's no release or any try to data leakage of your medical record. So it took me about 1.5 years to build that.
Brilliant.
My telehealth thing, just because again, you had to bring so many of those variables in and it's just done over Zoom, man. And it's just, I literally have taken away every reason to not try to better yourself.
I think I should do a Zoom call while you're on the road. And zoom in
and be dope
and do a little commercial with it. And just like, it'd be fun. I mean,
of course,
you're on the road and like, hey, and you get problems and then you do treatment while you're on the road. That would be a hit. Like, it's like you're just
on the road.
And the way you're playing bigger and bigger stages and you're playing bigger arenas. It's crazy, but it'd be hilarious. Like, and it'd be like because we're here now. If you've actually, like when you do listen to this podcast, this is just ideas we're running through our heads, but it's getting the message out. It's like, Jared's on the road. He's tired. Does a full telehealth. I like telehealth. Telehealth. Kendrick, the next day or 2 days? What's turnaround time on delivery?
So if if I'm ordering medications, 3 to 5.
That's not bad.
No, not at all. I mean, this is coming to your front door or wherever. It can be a post. It can be. I don't want to say I can't be a PO box because controlled substances, testosterone is controlled substance. I can't ship it to a PO box, but I mean, it's just
to a pharmacist. So you could send it to another pharmacy.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question because I compound a lot of my stuff because it's not commercially available because I do very fine tuning, so when it's compounded, it's shipped directly to that patient, but a control set, if it's anything but testosterone, of course I can send it to,
but there's a lot more. I mean, testosterone is, important, but not, there's so many other,
there's a gazillion of, I mean, everyone knows the thyroid, if you have a poor functioning thyroid, it's the most metabolic gland in the body. So of course everyone thinks about the thyroid, but that's just one of a dozen, hormones and glands that are responsible for metabolism. It's crazy.
But you could still do a script. You could do a script though.
I prescribe. Yeah. I treat thyroid.
So
I
telehealth can do scripts.
Oh yeah. This is prescription. This is not me. I'm not sending you a thyroid support. This is medication.
Eventually you should though, because you'd kill it.
I already told you my thing on supplements. I think a lot of people just inadvertently, out of good faith, and they think they're doing the right thing, spend a lot of money on vitamins that are unnecessary and not going to fix any problem. So, but yeah, no, all these are prescriptions. These are, thyroid hormones. These are human growth hormone, HCG. I mean, I do fertility. I mean, it's just like when you understand how to manipulate the body and make it do kind of better than what it can do.
The problem is, I don't think anybody understands it like you. That's
the problem.
Yeah.
That's the good and the bad. It's like you got a bunch of knuckleheads, and I hate to say it that way, that are doing things that they shouldn't be. I mean, that's why there are subspecialties. That's why general surgery doesn't, fix bones. They send you to an orthopedic surgeon. It's like everyone has their specialty, just like in music, your genre, your niche, whoever you are really good at doing that type of music, you're going to specialize and you're going to kick ass in that specialty. I understand how all these hormones are interrelated. So I prefer to manage all of that versus a co-management. Like I will not co-manage because no one's going to kind of come in and try to change my treatment plan because they know less than me. They're right. I mean, it's like you would never take
advice. I'm in this room right
me.
now. I'm like, fucking, this is a sick fucking vibe right now.
I would never take advice. It's like, dude, if I told you something about your music, like, bro, who the hell are you, bro? I can't. Right yeah. There's like, I don't even know I don't even know what a guitar looks like. It's like you would not take advice from me because I don't know shit from nothing. So same way I am. Like, don't touch my stuff. Don't manipulate my hormones. It's just like when you're in medicine, you don't tread on anybody else's land, man. It's just like the same thing. It's like you don't.
Yeah, I like that though.
You don't mess with other people's stuff. It's like that's not your thing. So I like what I do. I enjoy what I do. I'm good at what I do, and I love to get the feedback. I was literally the other day, and I didn't even realize that I was getting a beer over at downtown Biloxi, Ultra Reality over there, and drinking a beer over there. And the guy sitting next to me, he's like,
Jason and Mike, they're
fabulous.
They're
love them.
They do the run. That's how they met. They've been on the old show with me, but they two friends that met at a church, Fatima Church, and Mike was brewing beer,
killer beer.
Yeah, and Jason's like, I'm with you, and they didn't even know each other. They're like, we're gonna start something together, and they just they run and beer, and they have.
I like that because they brought the health into the brewing. They do a bike ride, they do a run, so they're super healthy. Shout out to them. Anyway, I was sitting there drinking a beer there yesterday, and I know Jason Mike very well. And the guy sitting next to me, we kind of start cutting it back and forth. And he's like, "Your name's Kendrick, right?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "What's your name?" He's like, "Oh, I'm one of your patients. I hadn't seen you in a very long time, but I'm like, oh, cool, man. Good to see you. So we've been talking for quite a while. And he's like, thank you. I'm like, for what? And he's like, yeah, I feel great. It's like I feel better than I would have ever, had imagined. And because I don't really see anybody face to face there in the clinic, now it's like I like to get that feedback. I mean, I could be anywhere and they say, hey man, hey Kendrick, hey, how are you? Whoever, I'm gonna
cool
talk
truck.
I'm gonna, yeah, cool. Try, hey, bro, space shuttle. But I'm just gonna be that guy, you know, because especially in our industry, medicine or customer service, I talk to everyone. You know, if I'm in the gym, I treat a lot of the gym, but I'm still in there and I have to talk and I got to be social and oh yeah, cool. You know, how you doing? But so I like when I run into somebody that I don't remember their name or I don't recall their face. They're like, hey man, I'm so-and-so, man. Been one of your patients for a couple years. I feel great. Thank you.
Real question on this though.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't remember names. So
I'm terrible at names.
Everybody is. So just keep that in mind. All right.
I'm usually very good with faces, but you know, I
do the same thing.
But then I get to, I see these names because I put in these prescription orders for years and I know the names. And when I usually either hear a last name or I can put that face to that name, it's always good for just me to not really be able to recognize you. But I've done something to try to, I've made an impact somewhere in your life. It's
in a bank. It's in the head still. It just takes time to get it out.
I have a question. So you said you don't see like a lot of people face to face. Is that what?
Yes. So
how does that work?
Well, Forever Young, it's just mine. We talked about it. I now have a full-time nurse practitioner that does all my management. Mm-hmm. So I essentially would address and formulate everybody's treatment plan, you know, because that's kind of what I built that on, was everyone specifically their treatment plan. And then once I get that rolling, then your management is now taken over by Kim, my nurse practitioner that does fabulous, and everybody loves her. So I'm still on everybody's case, but they don't know it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like I'm making the manipulations. I'm kind of like the brain in the background, you know, that Kim sees them. Oh, hey, how's everything going? You know, she's very recognizable as well. She's been with me for a while, but people know my name because they know Kendrick McCarty owns it, but they may have not seen me, but I'm established in their management. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like,
and I see that with Ricky Audemon, my buddy, he owns Hibbs. I'm just giving you Hibbs Home Inspection.
Oh yeah. It's
just, he has 6 employees, and every night before bed, because you can only do so many inspections per person. And he's still, before bed, he reads all of the paperwork. He lays in bed and reads every one of his guys, every one of his family members, whoever is a part of that company, he reads every one of the home inspections.
It's a direct reflection of him. Yeah. I mean, of course he's not going to let that slide. Just like me, the rare times there have ever been a scheduling conflict or something weird at the office and may have, you know, caused a situation. You know, I'm always the first person like, hey, give me their contact number. I'm calling them personally. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to apologize, you know, so I just don't want anyone to associate my business with someone that doesn't really care. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to reach out personally. You may not ever see me. You may not know who I am. You might have seen me on a pamphlet. You might have heard my name, but just because I don't see you, does not mean I'm not involved in the care. And I always want to have a good reflection. So, you know, I don't necessarily see patients in the clinic anymore because I have the telehealth thing, but I'm there every morning. I'm making sure everything's running smooth. I'm still that face. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to lose that connection. So I actually like to still see all the people that have been with me for a long time. And they're like, dude, I'm good. I'm great. You know, relationships better. I treat a lot of couples, you know, wife and husband. Oh man, thank you. We're kicking ass. We love each other again. We don't hate each other anymore. You know, it's like things like that. It's like, cool, man. Thank you. That's all I like to hear.
I'll have to go too with the Carter's Champions. You know, me and John been doing Carter's Champions, and you know, John's. You know, people want to ask me or John permission while we do, you know, volunteer work. And this year I got to a point and I knew that I was really pushing. I wanted to really jumpstart the Pink Dress Run this year. And I was like, no, Margaret and John. Margaret does marketing for Domino's, but they're a big part of the team. I'm like, I was on the phone with them. We did a conference call, and I was like, we're raising money. Do what you want. Like, really put your heart into it and do it. And we'll start, you know, you really have to have a team. You can't just do everything yourself. You're going to lose if you don't like believe in others. And that was like a big thing. It's like you believe in your band. You believe in your people. You have to believe in others. And we've all been like, yeah, we'll work 90 hours because that's in our brains. But like, you have to trust another person to grow. and to help others. And that was like the biggest thing. It's like, Mark's like, what? She's like, well, I have an idea to like sell pink dresses at Chandelier Brewing, during October. And they, they do like a once a week donation.
Oh, sweet.
A night of like for, beer and stuff. And then they donate it to the same fund. But I'm like, Margaret, guess what? You're in charge. Like, what? I was like, you're in charge. Whatever you think goes. If you mess up next year, we'll figure it out. But like right now, everybody should have a voice if they really are passionate. Passion, voice. You want credit? Not gonna roll with me.
Yeah,
I've learned that about people too. Is like you can't join a board just because you want your name on it. You can't. You got to really care about what you do.
And when you pull back a little bit and you give some of that responsibility to somebody else, it elevates them as a person. Like they feel more. They're like, oh wow, yeah. They're like, okay, this guy, he's letting me kind of do my thing. I was like, I'm a pretty vital source now. So I think it's cool. I let, same thing in my business. I always get a vote. I give everybody a voice. I don't care if you're the secretary or you're the office manager. It's like, if we decide to do something, we're going to do it as a unit, and everybody's going to be all in.
We did. So I just did the sales of the pink dress run tickets like in June 1st. And I didn't add like teams and I had a bunch of shit. I got it down to a discount and then getting the tickets for sale. Margaret's husband, John, he does IT stuff. He's like, I'm taking this over. And then he sent me and Emily. So we are going to get this to you, John. I just got it last week, but he sent me an Excel Google Doc with 50 people, which we got the shirts right, but we need to ask more questions.
Oh, need more info.
But we're going to send out, which we've sent out half of them, but we're going to send out 60 emails just to make sure everything's clean. And he's like, I'm here, but we work together. It's not like he's just like, here. I mean, literally just even sent the template to email him. Like, Sweet. This is what I need. So it's like, it's when you start giving people a voice, or you, like you said, just let them go. They do better. They perform better. They are on the same team. And most thing is like a lot of people want to be a CEO in this demand things. It doesn't work that way. The real CEOs build everybody up and they make everybody a piece.
Yeah, you can't function unless you have a team. I mean, you called it. Like I literally would say, I can't continue to expand if you don't trust your core. It's like if there's a rogue person there that you always have to worry about and they're not going to do well and they're not independent enough to make smart choices, it's going to be a hindrance. So as soon as you elevate that person to a point that they feel like they actually contribute to the big picture, dude, they're in it, dude. They're loyal, man. It's like loyalty. I like a loyalty.
But it's also we're a team and you watch them grow. Everybody grows.
Nope.
We're talking about like you said you're doing stuff with the Shuckers now. August 23rd, the crew of Athena is the second year. Thank you, girl, so much. But they did the Wind Dance golf tournament. Last year they gave us $8,000. This year we're doing Checkerville at the Shucker Stadium.
Sweet.
August 23rd. If you want to talk about emotion, because their girl Wendy's dealing with stuff right now. Their team but they're still donating money to us. And me and John and the team would never be like, no, like we understand like. One of the head girls, Wendy, of Athena, has been going through treatment, and not breast cancer, but it's just cool to like go to Shucker Stadium. We're going to be there. We're probably going to be on the field, whatever. But it's just like seeing that they see what we're doing. So it's all just like, I think we're going to grow. We're going to be so successful when we stop worrying about the Joneses and we start just caring about others and having fun with it. Whether you're left or right or where the fuck you want to be.
It should make a
got to just be so. Look, treat people how. What was that one thing when we did when we were in elementary school? It was like treat people how you want to be treated.
Golden rule.
It's like,
that's like the golden rule.
It's the worst rule now. That's like, huh? Well, Kendrick's got a way cooler Cybertruck than me. You're like, fucking Kendrick. He doesn't have days off.
They're haters. It's like, man, it's like, I'm like, man, I'd love to see people doing better. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm that guy. Like, dude, that's badass. Because I know I know what you had to do to get there. It's like when you've been on that side. And you know that it just doesn't get handed to you, and someone's behind the scenes working all hours of the night, missing quality time, seeing their kids grow up without, not having a lot of that. I don't want to say like you're like neglecting the time, but it's a sacrifice. And that's what the separating factor is between somebody that is going to be a worker or a CEO.
To me, that's everything we're working for. I think people, and that's the same thing with you. Is like, I get excited. Like, I mean, you're getting there. Like, dude, you're going to be one of the top musicians. I promise you, like, you're going, I just could tell good people. And it's like, I mean, you might not like, you know, have 19 houses or a fake image like you figured out in Nashville.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say the person's name, but I can already tell it's probably if I listen to the narcissistic of style. But it's like you're chasing that dream and you're doing it. And it's like people are like, oh, so are you making money? And that's the question I asked because you are making money through streaming. Mm-hmm. It's important. Are you paying your, you know, the craziest things we're always capped by is permits for a new development for a clinic or credit card debt or just living. It's always about, I mean, none of us can sit around for like longer than 4 days without figuring out how to pay bills. This is just a real thing in life. Like maybe 2 days. That's what you said. I did do 2 weeks. And you're like, what? Like, but I needed it. I was like falling apart. And because that comes back to like, you know, Forever Young is like, the question I'm going to ask on the Forever Young is like, but now we're caught up in this world of the Joneses. How does a person be able to I guess would be find time to have their small. So I do like a small beach vacation, guys. I go to like Front Beach Wingstop.
Yeah.
And I turn my phone off. So just have, you know, sun's coming in, might drop a few. They're just called like mushrooms, but for pizzas. But I do. And, but it keeps me, and they're strictly just from Domino's. But I'll go sit there and chill and just look at and be like, look, my son running. Like, look at my girl. Like,
you have to find the appreciation.
Because it's like, if not, we're just going to live this fast fucking life.
Yeah.
So how are we getting there?
Well, we were talking about earlier. It's like it's hard to shut it off. Very hard, because that's what gets you in a position of success is this kick-ass mind frame that there's no such thing as no. There's no such word as can't. And it's crazy because what we do is we get now to Jamaica. So in Jamaica, you got no reception. So I literally are forced. I'm literally forced. And it's crazy because like my girl knows, it's like, you know, if anywhere we travel, my boy knows, it's like, Daddy, why you bring your iPad everywhere? Because I can't get it to shut off. It's like when you have other responsibilities, I may not have to worry about paying my light bill, but I got to make sure that my other employees are going to have enough money for them to pay their light bill. You know, it's like, then I have other concerns. It's not money that I can't pay my personal utility bills. Well, now I have other people's lives, not only from a medical standpoint, but I pay them. And if I don't make the money, she don't have money. Her kids don't have money. You know, it almost kind of like it starts here, but it trickles down.
All right.
So it's like a different level of responsibility. Like everyone says, like, oh, you know, you may not have a money thing, or you may be okay to where you not have to, you know, think about paying your light bill this month. But I have so many other things that still involve finances that may not be directly related to me, like other people's homes and stability and income. So it brings in a different dynamic, man. When you have staff, now you almost kind of take that responsibility too. It's like, well, damn, if I don't make enough money, I can't pay her. She can't pay her bills. Her kids don't eat well, you know, so whatever it is. So it's weird. It's hard for me to shut down. It's crazy. And that's why I like to go international, because it's like, I literally, I can't get reception, and I will be able to decompress. And that was Jamaica a couple weeks ago. I came back 8 pounds heavier. I literally sat on the beach and ate and drank a lot. And I didn't look at my iPad.
Miami Vices.
Yeah. A bunch of weird sweet drinks. And I came back and I literally, and I had to do that because I can't shut it down unless I get to an area where my phone is inaccessible, or my iPad, or I can't check a chart because I care enough that it still bothers me.
So on this finishing out, guys, we've had almost a 2-hour podcast. It's been amazing.
Oh, sweet.
And I want to go with Jared. Jared's gonna we're gonna shut this all by shutting down the live. Love you guys, but we're gonna pre-film a better quality setup of you playing your acoustic version of a song you want to pick. And then I'll have it out in the next day or two. But I appreciate y'all, following and listen. I just don't want to have because Jared puts his heart into playing, and we're on a 3.5 millimeter for streaming, and I don't want to ruin that for y'all. So look for the I guess VH1 style behind the scenes.
VH1.
Yeah, I love you guys so much, and their links are in the description. Start supporting Jared. He's pushing his level. Kendrick's in there too. With Forever Young, there's no excuses. And then like I said, pinkdressrun.com. We got free mammograms coming October 18th.
Sweet.
I love you guys, and thank y'all so much for listening. And my car listeners, fucking rock.